All right. Good day, everybody. My name is Eric Gugua, and I don't want to assume that you know me, so just going to introduce myself. I am a storyteller. Fundamentally, it's stories that I tell. I touch my world through stories, and those stories take very different forms. I am a photographer, a filmmaker, I mean producer, director. Sometimes I see myself in front of camera. I am also a content creator, and I've done a bit of work in tech, blockchain technology to be precise. Now, this is me, your speaker. But before we get into the gist of today, I want to specially appreciate this setup, Thinkation. I want to appreciate the Ubong King Foundation. And I want to appreciate Dr. UI King for inviting me to speak here. It is my pleasure and my honor to be speaking at this event. I do not take it for granted. Yes, I am not able to be there in person, but any opportunity to serve and to further the legacy that this foundation represents, that of Dr. Ubong King, is much welcome, and I am much obliged. So now, let's dive deep into the matter at hand, and that is utilizing social media for the reinvention of the future, to reinvent the future. And I'd like us to look at this under three main subheadings. Please pay attention. The session is very short, but it will really bless your life if you pay attention. It can shape a lot for you. I know a thing or two about one moment that can change everything in somebody's life. So pay attention. So we'll take it in three subsections. We'll divide this topic into three subsections. The first one is we'll talk about the power of social media very briefly. We'll talk about it so that who no go know. The second one, we'll talk about the purpose of it, because you have to define purpose. Anywhere there is power, definition of purpose is necessary. If the purpose is not defined, there will be abuse and misuse and misappropriation of power, as you have seen, in spaces around. I'm not calling anybody name, no name called. But if you look around you may see some people that abuse power either on a government level or on a family level, or even in friendships. Once there is power, purpose needs to be defined. The third one is we'll talk about the future, the role of the power and the purpose of this power when it concerns the shaping of the future. So number one, what's this social media thing, and why does it have any power? How does it have any power? I think that social media is by far the most effective and the most influential tool of communication in our time. To show you how important this is, or how inevitable social media has become, even billionaires, the people who control, not billion in naira. No, that one is not among anymore. People who control real money in different hard currencies, they are now doing content, because the currency of this dispensation is not pounds and dollars anymore. The currency of this dispensation is not naira, Kenyan shillings, or cedis. No, the currency of this dispensation is attention. Whoever controls the attention of anybody controls the bag, pretty much. And the thing is, I have seen a lot of people stumble onto power, because you can make a post and then it goes viral overnight, and then you rake in a lot of numbers. And because they were unprepared, they have a lot of numbers, but they're still broke. And that will then take us into the second one, which is the purpose of the power. But let's hold up a bit. Let's still dwell on the power for a little bit. So the most influential communication tool in our time is social media. The industries know it, institutions know it, governments know it. I mean, all of us were here a few years ago, maybe more than a couple of years ago, when Nigerian government banned Twitter. Why? Why take such a stance against a social media platform if it's just all fun and games? The reason that stance was taken was because there was an understanding by the people in government that this thing is not vibes anymore. It has real life implications. So we're not just talking about entertainment now. This is a tool that has the power to shape cultures, shape belief systems. It has the power to be teaching somebody inside the room something that is either contrary or extra to what their parents are teaching them. So parents go talk their own finish for palo. I go carry my phone, enter inside. Another person waiting for China go to educate my life. I seen that is not balancing. But that is the reality of the world we find ourselves in today. Power. Now, what is the purpose of this power? It's important for you to understand that this power must be defined. This purpose must be defined on an individual level. A lot of people want to have a lot of numbers, right? What is most important to them is, I want to have 1 million followers. And in order to reach that 1 million or 200,000 or 50,000, they are willing to play any game, do anything, appear anyhow. But what you forget is this. If you use anything apart from the value that is in you, value that you have taken time to cultivate, this one is not the people that are off cloth and shake their body on the, no. Value that you have taken time to invest in yourself and cultivate and grow in and tune over time. If you use anything apart from value to draw people, understand that those people have not gathered onto you. They have gathered onto that instrument that you use to draw them. So in actual fact, the power does not belong to the wielder. It belongs to the instrument that the wielder uses to enforce it. I don't know if you're making it. I don't know. Am I confusing you? You're understanding me, Abi? So people will be gathered for the thing that you summon them to come and see. Remember this. You cannot entice somebody with coke, and then when they come, you now start telling them, surprise, surprise, a prank. It's actually bread I have, or it's Omo that I'm selling. And I've tried that. I've gone down that path where I try to, bring people. I don't want to share some kind of thing here. I'm a new creature, so please let's not do that. But if the instrument that you're using to draw people is not what you want to be known for, what you're proud to be known for, what you can consistently deliver to them, even if they just wake you up from sleep, if it's not second nature to you, I think you're building the wrong audience. Because while virality may happen, these explosive posts can impact. That's what used to last. Are you stay with me? So in my books, the purpose of all power, and I talk about this extensively in my book, Christians in Content, The Beginner's Guide to Madness, which ironically I did not write for only Christians, but the creator power, the purpose of it, in my belief, is that it is for impact. Now, you define what kind of impact you want to make. You define what kind of person. The ball is in your court. What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of legacy do you want to have? I mean, we are all here gathered together at Thinkation because of the vision that one person had. Think about it. And finally, number 3. How is this power, through its purpose, going to shape the future for sure? How? Not will it, how? And what is your part in it? Remember this, the value that you use to draw people is what you will use to keep feeding them and sustain them. Abi? Now, imagine if that value is your voice or your craft or your art, something that you have mastery of, that you have invested in and you are able to control at will. What that means is that you can choose how to channel the attention that you now command. Take me, for instance. I have core messaging. I don't talk about only one thing, but I have a core idea, a core identity that people now circle around. And today we're doing big things. So I cannot lie. I can't even be modest about it. We are doing big things, not just in the nation of Nigeria. We are doing big things, and we are yet to do even bigger things. What's that a result of? That is a result of channeling the power and the purpose, channeling it to see the desired effect and the impact you want to see on people's lives, to see it manifest, to see it bettered. Do you know how much power you have to say to yourself, I don't like the way that this person is behaving. So through the power that I have, I want to modify their attitude, change their character. I want their mind to leave that particular perspective and begin to think in this particular line. That is such power. If it's easy, do them. Without preparation, do them. When you don't do them, scale them. Do you know what I mean by scale? These are the issues. And so you must aim to use that voice to educate, to inspire, and to lead. To educate, to inspire, and to lead. This is creating the future. Without education, there will be no tomorrow, because today will just keep repeating itself. So we have a hope for change because of the instrument of education. That is something that you can use your power to do. That is a great purpose to channel your power to. You can build communities, not just audience. And I challenge you today, the number that you are seeing in terms of your social media account on any platform, whether you done big or you done small, that's not a community, that's just audience. When you begin to build community, you can gather audience through one viral post. Community is a painstaking thing. You don't do pastor work before. You don't see anybody will do it. Sometimes, anytime where you see pastor, anybody where they do pastor, and the hair we supposed they here, don't go. See this my hairline like this now. It don't push back. Now time why I put hand inside ministry. As I see my hair, they don't go back. I come out my hand. I can. No, I'm a young man. Are you understanding me? When you see pastor like this, or anybody where they do any work where involve gathering human being, at that time you're going to say human being and goat, not difference, not too much like that. You go do this thing, they go say, okay, this thing, yes, this thing, you turn your back, they don't put head of furniture. Building communities, building men is hard, but there is nothing more rewarding. And finally, please remember this. Every single post you make on the internet is a vote that you have cast into the future you want to see. It's your contribution. There's nothing innocent. Everything is education. Every time you post a picture of somebody who is graduating, you have shown somebody who wants to enter school a picture of what is possible. You post a picture where you are in the club with everything is outside and you are drinking, you are educating somebody. For you, it's flex. It's just cruise, but you are educating somebody. You post a picture of your wedding. You are making somebody somewhere say, God, where no. You post a picture of your cute baby just to, nothing in mind. Somebody somewhere shout, oh, so cute. Oh, my ovaries. Nothing is without purpose. And every post that you make is a vote that you have cast, a seed into the future. Keep that in mind. And may it shape that consciousness, may it shape your approach to using your power, to reinventing the future into one that we will all be proud to say, I follow the architect. We designed this future. God bless you. And I know you will have a fantastic rest of the conference. Don't mention, no, we don't do that here.